And she does. Right there. Got to split the 4-5 with the ball. They go flying out to the side. All right, Charles. Oh, tripping out the 8-pin and back there. Or the 9-pin. With a 3-6-9. There you go. That's way outside. Pick this up for 189. Crossing over for break. It was. Seven pin out there. And she's got 30 pins to make up. And that looks long and washout. Carlin gets it. Good shot. He gets that. And we've got Jace on 34. Powerful two-hander. And he comes up high again, but this time leaving a big 4. Molly shooting her 7-pin. She makes it. Morgan on 36. And she's a little bit high and leaves a 4-pin. Right. So the matchups here on our left pair, Jace and Drake be bowling each other. Whoever wins advances. Jackson and Cat. Oh, picking up the big 4. Line it right over. That's just how you do it. Spencer lining up for his 7th frame. That's high, leaving a split. The 6-8. And he's on a spare in the 6. So the way these guys are going, he's going to need to pick this up. Brandon with a strike in the 9th. Spencer's going to shoot 6-8. And he makes it. He had to slide the 6-pin over into the 8. Realistically for a chance for the win. And he does it right there. And Julian's gonna needs the first one. Pocket shot right there. That will do it.
It's time to start. It's time to start.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Dallas, Texas, USA Bowl for the Roto Grip Sport Challenge. Here we are, first week of 2022. So this is sport shot conditions. Competitors bowled 3 games of qualifying. Top 16 qualify to single elimination bracket finals. So the cut was 467. And that was number 16. So the matches today are, again, single elimination. They're going to be across from each other on the scoring units. Number 1 bowls number 16.
So we saw Bryson take his first shot and just broke the lane on 27. So Bryson is going to bowl Ethan. And we'll have Keegan versus Maya. And we've got Trevor versus Bradley. Alyssa versus Logan. Alyssa hot off a tear at the USA team trials. She qualified for Junior Team USA just last week. So congratulations to her. Also have Andrew Kearney taking a shot there. He's bowling against Zach. And it'll be Drake versus Savannah also on that pair. And we've got Nolan versus Jackson and Morgan and Trey. So 26 competitors out today. So we'll see how they stack up. So Jackson there on 33, leaving a 2-8-10 in his second frame. He's on a strike. So again, this is single elimination. They bowled qualifying on some of these pairs, but they don't have any practice on the pairs on which they're competing. So they just get to the pairs and start bowling for score, and they got to figure it out as they go. All right, so Morgan Davis there on 34 coming in high, leaving the 6-10. And Trey Derflinger on 33 comes in a little high. Leaves that 2-4-7. And Bradley on 30. Looks like a proton physics, and he leaves the 4-pin. So the pattern looked, it's a mystery pattern, sport pattern. And qualifying it looked kind of medium long, so 42, 43 feet maybe. So we've got Trevor shooting at the 1-3, hooking at a little bit and chopping the head pin off. So Maya on 28. And Maya not getting it to read the mid lane. Leaves the 1-2-4-10. Keegan Alexander. And he goes a little long. A 1-2-4-8. Keegan also member of developmental Team USA, being in the U15 division, under 15 years old. He qualified at Junior Gold in Indianapolis last summer. So, and he'll be headed off to the U.S. Open pre-tournament qualifier. Maya gets the head pin off. Hard to do. Alyssa shooting at the 3-6. And Alyssa picks that one up. So again, the matches across from each other on the scoring units. And Bryson coming in second frame with a strike. So Bryson, number 1 seed, bowling Ethan, number 16 seed. Bradley, light pocket, gets the 10 pin to go. Had the 7-10 staring at him. But he was able to trip the 10 pin out. Gonna need the score correction. Keegan throwing the UC3. And that one comes in high. So again, there's qualifying on these lanes. They don't necessarily know who bowled on these pairs or how they did it. So they just start bowling and try and figure it out. You saw Keegan go very light, hitting the 3 pin on the left lane and then making an adjustment based on that. And goes high on the right lane, going through the nose, leaving the 3-6-10. And goes a little long Leaves the 3-pin. And Alyssa on 30 leaves a 5-pin. Logan, 29, powerhouse lefty. That one goes long, leaves the 3-9. So go up to the high side. And Maya picked up her spare on the low side if you're watching. Trey leaving a 2-4-5. Jackson on 34. In the pocket, getting him out. And Trey picking up his spare. All right, so Drake on 32. Drake Durflinger, older brother of Trey. I think Drake was number 2 qualifier, if I'm not mistaken. Nolan on 33, and he comes in high, leaving a 3-6-10. Let's see, Maya on 28, light pocket. Disaster, 2-8-10. Logan, that looks pretty good. Ooh, comes in high. Leaves a 3-8, but gets the 3-pin down. Avoids the big split. It's just the 8-pin. All right, so Keegan goes 5-2 in his match against Maya. Maya also with a split here in the third. The parallax effect, it looks like, with a little bit of surface. Trying to get that 2-pin over into the 10. It won't go. All right. And Andrew's shooting at a mess on 31. All right, Zach on 32. Zach, the PBA Junior Regional Champion. He'll be headed to the National PBA Junior Championships later this month. Be at Bolero Euless, just down the road, so he doesn't have too far to travel for that national competition. Top 2 from each region qualified for national championships, and he came out on top, so he'll be headed there at the end of this month. Face off the top 10 in the country in boys and girls division. I'm sure he's looking forward to that. All right, so Trey up on 33, and that goes through the nose with the 2-4. So Morgan, 6 frame, it comes in light. And Trey chops that spare. As Savannah trying to get that head pin over into the 10. So again, today's shot, oil pattern is unknown. They've just got to bowl on them and figure it out. Again, based on qualifying, looked like 42, 43 feet. All right, so Bradley on 30. Bradley in the pocket. So clean through 5. Puts him at 89 on a strike after 5. No, I'm fine. Thanks. Yeah, I got one. Yeah, no way. I do like cake. That's the problem. I'll do red. Thanks. All right, so Trevor on 29. Oh, and he gets it out. So Trevor, I think, qualified 5th, and he's on a double. 4 out of 5. All right, Logan going for the jump strike. Doesn't get it. 3, 5, 6. So Maya on 28. Close match with Keegan. Keegan had a strike in the 4th. Maya coming in light, mixing them up. All right, so Keegan looks like a ball change. Goes high, gets the 10 to go, but leaves the 3. So that should be easy single pin spare for Keegan. Logan, and he picks up his spare in the 5th. And Bryson light mixer. Strike in the 6th, puts him at 117. Keegan picks up his spare. Alyssa picks up her spare. And Zach, looks like a 6-pin. And Zach picks that one up, so he's at 107 after 6. And Trey picks up his spare. And Jackson on 34. All right, so Nolan in the 9th. Working on a spare. Looks like he's getting it dialed in. Strike in the 9th. So he can go off the sheets here for 184. And Maya leaves the big 4 in the 6th. So Ethan here on a double, 7th frame. And that's 3 in a row. All right, so he's forcing Bryson to show up. All right, so Maya gets 2. All right, Logan likes it. Sends 10 back. So strike in the 6th frame for Logan. And Alyssa here with another single pin spare, 6-pin this time. And she likes it, walks away from it. Oh, Bryson splitting the 8, 9. For the double. So bringing Ethan's lead down to 9. All right, so Trevor getting him out in the 7th. Trevor, 9 years old. Keegan getting it a little outside, tripping out the 2-8 for the double. So trying to capitalize on Maya's big 4. All right, so Alyssa back up on 29. 7th frame, working on a spare. That goes long. Now she gets the 7-pin out, so just the 1, 2, 8. Ethan here on 27. All right, he comes back with a strike, so that's 4 in a row. Again, Bryson number 1 qualifier, Ethan number 16. All right, Maya coming back after her open with a strike in the 7th. And Alyssa with a tough 1, 2, 8. And she gets the 8-pin out. And check out Andrew here in the 8th. Andrew on a double. Wraps the 10. Trey on 33 crosses over. Doesn't like it, but gets him out on his first one in the 10th. Andrew picks up his 10 pin. Spare in the 8th. Zach on 32 steps out of it, goes high, leaves the 3-9. All right, Maya with a 9-10. Oh, brushes the 9 pin. Cannot get it to go. So that's going to give Keegan the lead in the match. Then Maya can strike out for 167. Keegan on 3 in a row in the 8th. So Alyssa on 30. All right, light pocket, trips out the 10. Gives her a strike in the 8th. And Logan gets 2, puts him at 142 after 8. That puts him 1 pin behind Alyssa. All right, Bradley for 3 in a row. Bradley against Trevor. So Bradley takes the lead in that match. Maya on 28. She needs this one. Needs some help. She gets it. All right, so she continues her trek to 167. Oh, Trevor wiggles the 9 pin. Does not get it to go in the 9th. Needed that one. Bradley is on 3 in a row in the 9th. So that's going to make it tough. So Trevor can strike out for 195. And Bradley just needs a few pins in the 10th to get there. And Logan hooking at the 10 pin. Pulls it inside, puts him at 151. So that gives Alyssa a chance to catch up. And she does. Flush pocket. 9 pin double to take the lead. And Trevor leaves the 3 pin on his first one in the 10th. So now he can max out at 184. So Bradley just needs a couple pins here in the 10th. And I'm sure he can do that. Oh, and he gets 4 in a row. Right, Trevor picks up his 3 pin. All right, so Keegan on 3 in a row, looking to seal this matchup against Maya. Looks pretty good. Oh, wraps the 10. So he can pick this up and seal the deal. Bryson looks like a UC3. And he gets 7, puts him at 198. Best he can do is 211. Ethan's already past that. All right, so Keegan keeping it interesting. Pulling that shot. Puts him at 152. So he can strike out for 182. Maya can strike out for 167. And so she's going to need the first couple here to put pressure on. All right, and Alyssa bouncing pins between the 3 and 10. Not getting either of them. All right, so Keegan getting the first one in the 10th. So Bradley's going to advance with a 235 in the first game. Okay, so Alyssa 179, Logan 151 on the open, so he needs the first two in the 10th. So that missed 10 pin in the 9th, it's making him show up. He gets the first one. So now he needs this one and then just a couple pins. All right, so Keegan finishes 181. So he shuts the door on Maya. So her max is going to be 167. Logan needs some help. Doesn't get it. Leaves the 6 pin. So that's going to do it. Alyssa will advance. Bradley will advance. Ethan will advance. Ethan unseating the number 1 seed Bryson. Ethan 16. Bryson number 1. And Keegan will advance. So up on the high side, we've got Morgan and Jackson. So Jackson going 221 over Nolan 152. And Morgan, number 2 seed, 212 to Trey 177. And it'll be Drake over Savannah and Andrew over Zach. All right. So the 2 winners on each pair will bowl each other. And then the winner of those, the higher seed, will choose which pair they bowl on. And then there'll be a final between the top 2. So as the bowlers get situated, looks like Morgan's going to start. And as a reminder, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Click the notification bell, like the video, share it with a friend so you'll know whenever we go live. So Maya finishing up her fill shots. And that's good. Trips out the 10. All right, so we got Alyssa versus Bradley. Alyssa, first shot in the pocket. Bradley, his first shot was a strike. Keegan on 28. Looks pretty good. And he gets it. Andrew shooting at a 10 pin. Hates it. Walks out of it, but gets it. And Jackson spares his second frame. All right, so Morgan on 33 trips out the 4-pin. Alyssa a little inside on that one, got a little extra length. Needs the 2-4-5. Keegan got that one a little bit more outside. Leaves the 1-2-4. And Drake in the pocket, taking the early lead with a strike against Andrew. Alyssa with the 2-4-5 spare. No problem. Keegan the 1-2-4. Oh, hits the 4-pin. Does not get it to go. Got the head pin on the right. Wraps it around the 4-pin. And it's a no-go. All right, so Bradley, second frame, goes high, 3-6-10. Jackson, 7-pin. Oh, the 8-pin goes for Ethan. Drake pulls it. And open in the second. Jackson gets his 7-pin. Bradley gets that 3-6-10 out a little bit to the right. And doesn't come back for him. Andrew 32, second frame on a spare, and he gets the 9-pin out. All right, Morgan on 33. Missing the head pin right. Leaves the 1-2-4. Ethan going for the 2-7. Picks it up. Nice shot. Bradley picks up his spare. And Andrew and Morgan sharing a strike. And Keegan comes in high. Trying to convince the pins to go. They refuse. All right, Alyssa, might be a ball change. Maybe the Axiom. Read a little early for her. 4-6-7. Keegan, the UC3 at the 3-6-10. And Alyssa gets 2 on her split. Puts her at 46 after 3. And Keegan with the light mixer. In his 4th frame. And Alyssa a little more inside, and she gets the 10-pin to go this time. It leaves the 4-7. So Drake, 4th frame. Needs that to hook. It does not. Leaves a tough 1-2-8-10. Jackson on 34. All right, so Jackson, it looks like he's got it figured out. 92 in the 6th. Ethan needed that to hook off the left. It did not. 3-6-9. And Alyssa picks up her spare. So spare in the fourth. Ethan, no problem. Morgan with a 1-2-7. Oh, she picks it up. Good shot. Bradley stands up on it, hates it, crosses over and gets it. 58 in the fourth for Bradley. So Andrew, fourth frame, working on a double. He's got the lead in his match against Drake. He gets it. Morgan goes wide. See, Ethan is finding some hook on the left lane, not so much on the right. So strike in the fifth for Ethan. So Bradley on 29. Needs some push. Oh, and he gets it. That's a double. All right, wrap 10. Keegan, he liked it. He was down there on lane 20 by the time it hit the pins. So Andrew, 31. Andrew on 3 in a row. Looking to take a huge lead against Drake. Trips the 10-pin out. Jackson going high. Keegan gets just enough for the 10-pin. Just spare up the fifth. And Alyssa hates it. Goes long. 1, 2, 4, 8. So Jackson 3, 6, 10 chops it. Keegan light leaves the 2, 8. And sends the 4-pin between the 2 and the 8. Drake light pocket in the fifth, sends him back. Jackson 2, 8s. Alyssa with the spare in the fifth. So it's 72. And Keegan gets them both. Staying close to Ethan. So Jackson going for the 2, 8s, and he picks it up. And Drake, comes in just a little bit high at the last second for a 4, 7. So Ethan misses the head pin left. And Alyssa through the nose. Morgan light. It's a couple of tough spares over here on the low side. See if Ethan can get that head pin over. Ooh, nope. Going for a little backup. Did not get it to read. All right, Alyssa. Close. Not quite picking it up. All right, so Andrew going for 5 in a row. He's still got 290 possible. See if he can pick this one up. He likes it. Flat 10. All right, Bradley dialed in with 3 in a row, playing that straight line right to left. Morgan with a 1, 2, 8. All right, Keegan getting it to read the mid lane. Strike in the 7th. So Keegan down by 1. Close match. Andrew picks up the 10-pin. Morgan gets the 1, 2, 8. And Bradley 4 in a row. Taking the big lead against Alyssa with 3 frames to go. And Keegan steps out of that one light. 2-4-8-10. Giving Ethan an opportunity here to take a lead if he can't get that 2-pin over to the 10. Andrew back on board. Striking the 7th. Melissa flat 10. Keegan gets 2, and that's on a strike. So he's going to lose a little count there, and it's a close game. We'll see if that makes a difference towards the end. Alyssa 10-pin. She's going to pick that up. Drake, oh, it checks up on him. 3-6-10. All right, Jackson crossover, getting him out. Ethan, big shot here, can take a lead. Oh, and he does for the double. Capitalizing on that open from Keegan. And Alyssa slides the 10-pin over, doesn't get it to go, is going to need it reset. All right, Drake with a 10-pin. Morgan crossing over. She's at 186, so Morgan needs 1 pin. All right, so Keegan, comes in high, gets some pin action, but leaves the 4-pin. Ethan on 3 in a row. So Keegan needed that one. And Morgan got 7, so it's going to be 193, 187. Morgan Davis over Jackson Blackwell. So Morgan will advance and play the winner of Andrew and Drake. Andrew looks like he's got this match in hand, and a double there in the 8th. It's going to reaffirm that. And Alyssa got her 10-pin back. Keegan needs this one for a chance. Gets it. And Alyssa picks up her 10-pin spare in the 8th. So Andrew on 31, 9th frame. That goes high, big 4. Ethan, oh, big shot. The number 16 seed showing up. And that's going to do it for Ethan and Keegan. Keegan can max out at 182. Ethan already at 197. All right, so we got Keegan 180, Ethan 227. And Bradley 184. And he's going to come out on top. So Andrew is going to advance against Drake over on the high side. And Alyssa is a little bit high, leaving a 4-pin. And Alyssa picks up the spare. All right, so Bradley is going to advance, and he's going to bowl Ethan. Bradley, the higher seed, so he has the choice of lanes. So he's going to pull Ethan over to his pair, and Morgan, the higher seed, so she's going to pull Andrew over to her pair, and Alyssa in the pocket for second strike of the game. First one on the left lane. So she got that one figured out. All right, so Bradley finishing up on 30. Giving the proton physics a little check. And he's going to finish 199, so he'll advance over to over Alyssa. He's going to pull Ethan over. All right, so we're going to go to the high side. Where Morgan and Andrew are going to get started. We're going to move the camera on the low side. We're going to leave you here on the high side, and we'll be right back. All right, so we got Andrew and Morgan. Andrew coming over to Morgan's pair. So again, no practice on these moves, just got to take a shot, see what's going on, and try and figure it out. All right, Andrew figuring out that spare in the first. And we've got Ethan and Bradley. Ethan coming over to Bradley's pair, so this will be his first shot. And trips out the 7-pin. And Andrew tripping out a pin for the strike in the second. So Morgan starting her second frame. Ooh, a tough 5-7. Ethan hooking at the 10-pin and paying the price. So open in the first. All right, Morgan picking it up. Sending the 5-pin over into the 7. It's a good spare. Bradley leaving a 4-pin. And looks like he got a hand on that one. Gets it inside. So Bradley, Ethan tied after 1 at 9. And Morgan with sending that idle down the lane. That might be Morgan's favorite ball. All right, it's Bradley with the proton physics, and that goes long for him. Leaves a 1, 2, 4, 10. And Morgan picked up her spare. All right, Bradley trying to slide that head pin over to the 10. Can't do it. So 6-2 puts him at 17 after 2. So Andrew, third frame. And that goes high. Ethan, all right, that goes a little bit long. Checks up at the end, not quite enough. 7-pin. So Andrew with a 3-6, 7-10. See if he can pick that up. And he gets the 3-6, 10. And Ethan picks up his 7-pin for the first spare of the match on the low side. All right, so Andrew, fourth frame. Steps out of it, crosses over, and gets a break. And Ethan coming around it, it checks up a little bit early on him. for 4-6-10. Yeah, Morgan on 34 comes in light, and Ethan gets 2. All right, so tough start over here on the low side. See if Morgan can spare up her 2-4-5. And she wraps the 2 around the 4. Bradley, that one's got a shot, comes in a little light. Just didn't read the mid lane for him. 2-8-10. So we'll see if Bradley's got a backup ball in its arsenal. Try and get that 2-pin over to take out the 10. We got Morgan here on 33. Oh, and she gets the 9-pin out. All right. Bradley going for it. Misses the 2-pin left open. So 24 in the third. Typically not what you want to see. But after 3, only 9 behind. So lots of life left in this match. The winner of this match will face Andrew, the winner of Andrew and Morgan. Bradley getting that one left, crossing over 6-pin. Andrew, the messenger, does not deliver. Wraps the 10. Messenger goes in front of the 10. So nothing's going to hit that 10-pin over there. Would have been a double in the 5th, but it's going to be 9. See if he can spare up this 10-pin. Bradley shooting at the 6, needs it to push, and he gets it. All right, so Andrew with the 10-pin, and he picks that up. Spare in the 5th. All right, so Ethan a little bit inside on that one, goes to the nose, leaves the 2-pin. And Andrew hits the pocket, gets the strike in the 6th. And Ethan with the spare, 4th frame. All right, so he keeps his 9-pin lead. Oh, Morgan tripping out, looked like the 8-10. Take another look at that. Yeah, that ball deflects. Ball takes out the 9. Pin action gets the 8-10 out. All right, and another one. Light shaker taking out the 7-pin. So that's 3 in a row for Morgan as she takes the lead against Andrew. Meanwhile, Ethan with the lefty backup. Oh, almost bouncing it out to get the 7, but will not. So after 4.5 frames over here on the low side, these guys riding the struggle bus. Got 3 marks in 9 frames. Bradley making a big move outside, going up the gutter. Not getting it to read from there either. So he gets 6. Leaves the left rail. Meanwhile, Andrew gets the strike in the 7th. And Andrew, that's inside. Goes to the nose, leaves the 3-6. All right, so Andrew in the 8th needs to spare this up. Morgan on 3 in a row. So we'll see Bradley in his 6th frame. And that goes high, and he gets him back. First strike of the game on the low side. So that can be a deciding factor. We'll see how Ethan answers. Andrew made his spare. So that puts him at 146 on a spare in the 8th. See if Ethan can answer. Oh, the stone 8. And by the way, Morgan does with 4 in a row. So she takes the lead back from Andrew. All right, so Ethan needs to make this one, and he does. Needs it to wind up. He gets it. Yeah, Morgan, slides the 8 over, but ends up falling. 2-5 in the 9th. All right, so Morgan needs to make this, keep some pressure on Andrew. So they're running out of frames. Ethan, another 8-pin in his 7th. All right, Morgan, no question. All right, so Ethan with the spare in the 7th. So Bradley strike in the 6th, starting his 7th frame. And he can put some pressure on. And it's light. All right, 2-4-8. Not the easiest spare in the world. Andrew, 9th frame. Morgan with a spare in the 9th. Andrew answers back. Sending 10 in the pit. All right, so Bradley with the spare, big spare. And Andrew taking a re-rack. His first one in the 10th. So Morgan can strike out for 212. See Bradley here with the ball change. Oh, and it's a good one. Goes from the proton physics to look like a Zen. Oh, flat 10, Andrew. So Andrew make this and strike for 206. Ethan's big shots. He's got a chance. Oh, and he gets it. Strike in the 8th. Takes the lead by 1. Oh, Andrew whiffs it, so 184. All right, so Morgan just needs 6 on this first one, and she gets 10. All right, so Morgan's going to advance. Just going to be a question to see who she bowls now. Ethan. All right, so these guys getting dialed in down here on the low side. Bradley with the ball change. Ethan getting lined up with the double. All right, Morgan coming in light. So Morgan, the higher seed, will get to choose the pair after seeing the scores down here. I bet she's going to pick to stay on her own pair. All right, so Bradley flat 10 in the 9th. And he's going to need to pick this up. Ethan on a double. All right, so Bradley picks it up. That puts him at 118. He can strike out for 158. And Ethan can go off the sheet 189. So Bradley needs to put together a good 10th frame. He's going to need some help on that one, and he does. The late 9-pin on the crossover. All right, that one a little bit left. Again, this one goes through the nose. All right, so 148. So Ethan on the double, just going to need some count. All right, so Bradley with the spare in the 10th. All right, so Ethan just keeps it on the lane, and that's going to do it. All right, so Ethan will advance to bowl Morgan. So we're going to move some cameras. And as you click the subscribe button, like the video, and hit the notification bell, we're going to move a camera, and we'll be right back. All right, so here we go. We've got the championship match. Morgan and Ethan. Ethan Long, number 16 seed. See Morgan in her first frame. All right, that goes high, a little bit left, leaves a 6-pin. All right, so Morgan. Ooh, okay. All right, so Ethan getting started in this championship match here at the Roto Grip Sport Challenge here at USA Bowl in Dallas, Texas. So Ethan, his first shot on this pair goes high, and he gets 6 on the split. 2, 3, 4, 6. So we'll see if he can slide that 2-pin over, pick up the 3-6, and he's going for it, but gets 1. Check out Ethan's ball track on our lefty leg cam here. Oh, that looks good. All right, so we'll see if Ethan can keep that up on the right lane and get things figured out on the left. All right, Morgan going long on the left lane, leaving a 1, 2, 4. All right, so Morgan shooting at the spare and picks it up. All right, so Morgan, third frame. Needs to hook, does not. And she comes in light and leaves the 2, 4. So we saw on the low side, it was a game of spares till the very end. See if that repeats itself up here on the high end. All right, so Morgan picks it up. So Ethan on the left lane and the big split. 2, 3, 4, 6. So he'll make an adjustment. Try and get the ball a little bit further down the lane this time. into the pocket. All right, doesn't like it. Shakes it off. All right, so little resets. Go through the process again. All right, so got that one down the lane a little better. And a little bit light, but mixed them up. We got 10 back. All right, so Ethan on a double, opening the first. Starting his fourth frame. All right, and Ethan getting dialed in for 3 in a row. All right, so Morgan in her 5th frame. Found some hold in the middle, sends 10 back. All right, so Ethan coming up, starting his 5th frame. He's on 3 in a row. So he's got a chance to extend his lead on Morgan. See if he can do that on the left lane. Had that big split in the first. Made the adjustment. Came back with a strike. And that one, another light mixer, shaking him up for 4 in a row. Ethan talking it over with Morgan. So Ethan, I think that's a dark code. Pretty shiny. So we'll see 6 frame. Working on 4 in a row. Oh, and he gets it for 5 strikes in a row with the pack of Franks. That's 5 strikes in a row. Pack of Franks. All right, so Morgan, 6 frame. She had a strike in the 5th. She's going to need to start putting some together. And she gets the light mixer. All right, so Morgan, 7th frame, and Ethan's not giving her any room. So she's going to need to keep putting them together. And needs it. Oh, trips out the 4-pin for 3 in a row. So 3 in a row in the 7th. Ethan on 5 in a row. So Ethan with a couple light mixers here on the left lane. That's a pretty good look for him. See if he can keep that up. That is left, or not left, it's inside. They wanted it to be left. But 3, 4, 8. All right, so it might be the opening that Morgan needs. And Ethan, all right, gets 2. It's on a strike, so getting the count puts him at 152 after 7. All right, so Ethan, right lane, 8th frame on an open. That looks a little bit right. Oh, trips out the 10-pin. All right, big strike in the 8th for Ethan. So Morgan on 3 in a row. She can close the gap. With the strike here in the 8th. Stands up on it. Oh, comes in high. Gets the 4 to go late. Leaves the 9-pin. Avoids disaster. But she needs to pick this up to have a chance. All right, she does. So Morgan in the 9th, huge frame, tight match. All right, a little bit left. Got some hold, got the 10 to go late. Leaves the 3-pin, avoids the split. So this will be all up to what Ethan can do in the 9th. But Morgan's got to make this. And she does. All right, so a huge frame here in the 9th. All right, that one right off the hand. Leaves a 2-4-7. So clutch for Ethan to pick this up, and he does not. Gets it right. leaves the 2-pin for an open in the 9th. Hands the match back to Morgan. Morgan now up by 11. Huge turn of events. Will be up to Ethan. Finish out this 10th frame. Gets that way left. Reads the friction on the outside. Leaves the 2-7 split. Yeah, Morgan gets it. First one in the 10th. Puts her at 201. And the best Ethan can do if he picks this up, and he does, is going to be 200. So Morgan with the win. And Morgan coming in high on that second shot in the 10th, but it won't matter. Oh. And check out this last shot. Pin action by Ethan. Clearing the deck. But it's going to be Morgan pulling out the last second victory, 211 to 200 for Ethan. So that's going to do it this first week of 2022 at the Roto Sport Challenge. So be sure and check out USA Bowl in Dallas, Texas. The Roto Sport Challenge here Saturdays at USA Bowl for youth bowling sport shot. Come check it out. Congratulations, Morgan Davis, winner for this first week in 2022. So thanks everyone for watching, and as always, if you haven't already, subscribe, like the video, share it with a friend, click the notification bell. You'll know whenever we go live. And don't forget to be cool and go bowl.